Once upon a time in Gary, Indiana. Yes, a place so small it sounds like your uncle's name. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958. In a small family of 10 kids, you'd think he was competing for snacks, but no, Michael had something else to compete for: fame. Mom was a part-time Sears worker, and dad, he was a steel mill worker by day and a wannabe Joe Jackson manager by night. Let's just say Joe had one motto: if at first you don't succeed, you rehearse until midnight. And that was how the Jackson kids learned don't stop till you get enough. Before long, Joe noticed something unusual about Michael. While his brothers were dancing in sync, little Michael was still in the spotlight, singing his heart out like he'd just lost his pet goldfish. The Jackson 5 was born, starring Michael as a teeny tiny lead singer. The boys performed across the Mid-East, piling into a van and leaving off the closest thing to fast food we could find: gas station snack. Sure, they were exhausted, but Michael was ready to conquer the world. After being signed to Motown Records, the Jackson 5 became famous with hits like I Want You Back. Soon, Jackson mania was everywhere. This was no ordinary mania. It was people screaming, fainting and otherwise losing their minds for 5 young boys who could nail a synchronized dance step while singing in perfect harmony. Imagine being in middle school and already knowing you are a bigger hit than algebra. By the time he hit his teens, Michael was itching for his own stardom. Fast forward to Off the Wall, his first big solo album, produced by Quincy Jones, the musical wizard who probably has the Midas touch. Off the Wall was a huge success, selling over 20 million copies. Michael was now in his 20s and he would discover his iconic look: sparkling socks, single glove and tuxedo pants. Somewhere out there, an entire generations of moms started hiding glitters from their children. In 1982, Michael unleashed Thriller, an album that sold more copies than people living in some centuries. Thriller brought us unforgettable hits like Billie Jean, with Michael in his shiny loafers and enough charisma to make anyone consider rethinking their entire wardrobe. Also gave us the moonwalk, an idea that reportedly came from seeing a kid do it on the street. Some people practiced for years. Michael saw it once and was ready to perform it like he invented gravity. Then the Thriller music video dropped. It was so revolutionary, it nearly broke TV. The werewolf, the dancing zombies. It was the first music video people watched on purpose, not just because it happened to be on before the news. MTV probably owns Michael Jackson for their entire existence, even if he did scare half the world's population out of watching TV alone at night. With all this success, endorsements started coming in, and Michael signed with Pepsi in 1984. During one of the commercial shoots, there was an incident with pyrotechnics, and Michael's hair accidentally caught on fire. He finished the take before getting treatment because he was that committed, and walked out with a second-degree burn and a lot of jokes about his fiery personality. In true Michael fashion, he laughed it off, went to the hospital, and probably never looked at Pepsi the same way again. In 1987, Michael's Bad album hit the shelves with the infamous leather jacket, and the music video where he sings You Know I'm Bad as convincingly as the guy who just borrowed his dad's motorcycle jacket. The album gave us Smooth Criminal, which had him leaning so far forward that people assuming he either defied physics or used magic glue on his shoes. Not true, he just used patented ankle locks. Leave it to Michael to redefine dance with science. Michael wasn't just about selling records, he also wanted to give back. Co-writing We Are the World with Lionel Richie, the song's message was simple: feed the world, save the world, make the world dance. Probably. It was a huge success, raising millions for charity and launching the era of celebrity charity singles. Michael's goal was for everyone to heal the world, his words, while half of his fans just wanted him to heal their hearts from swooning so much. In the 1990s, the tabloids had more theories about Michael's life than a soap opera script. The biggest question, his changing skin color. Michael, being Michael, casually explained it was due to vitiligo and a skin treatment, and people still did not get it. He dropped Dangerous featuring Black or White, which sounded like an anthem of universal love, but may also have been a subtle memo to everyone who wouldn't stop asking him questions about his skin. One thing Michael loved, hits. He loved their laughter so much he built an entire theme park called Neverland Ranch. Why? Because he could. Imagine being a guest and having Michael Jackson offer you a balloon, a go-kart and a petting zoo tour. He invited kids, charities and, on occasion, random people to the park. In 2009, Michael announced his final tour, This Is It, but as he rehearsed, tragedy struck. He passed away on June 25, 2009 due to cardiac arrest. Fans worldwide mourned, even goats on farms probably bleated in sadness that day. But despite his passing, his influence has lived on in music, dance and fashion, and we still see echoes of his style in pop stars today. So here's to Michael Jackson, the man, the legend, the king of pop, who could moonwalk like no one else, light up a stage like a firework, literally once. and make the world believe in magic. His legacy, thriller for life.